Today we are doing more success stories because I love success stories, especially the ones that involve I am, and I know that you love success stories as well because they just help to keep the inspiration and energy up and they just feel good. I know how good I feel when I read your success stories. So I'm going to take some of them that you have shared in the comments section. I've taken a snapshot and I'm going to read them here today. And I just want to share another little one of my success stories that happened involving this little guy who I'm going to introduce to you in a moment. My name is Hedley and I'm a Law of Assumption coach here on YouTube. If you'd like to know more about me or my offerings, including one-to-one Law of Assumption coaching and my brand new course, which I'm so proud of. It's called Recreate a Specific Person, which is all about recreating your consciousness regarding a specific person who is anyone in your reality that is causing you to forget who you are. Could be a love interest, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anyone in your reality who is continually taking your attention away from yourself and causing you to forget just how powerful you are. So all of those details are in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. And if I could ask you to, if you are enjoying my channel and you're enjoying these videos and finding them useful, please do press that subscribe button. And it would be great if you could leave a comment or a like or engage with this video in some way. Thank you so much. So this is Turtle, and this is one of Dora's toys, which we lost about 5 months ago. And I know that so many of my stories seem to involve taking Dora for a walk and then losing something and then using the I am technique to find it again, which is exactly what happened here. However, there's a little bit more to this story, and it's such a perfect example of how important it is to let the concept of time go. Because when we hold on to how long is something taking, that ends up keeping our manifestation out of our reality. It doesn't mean it's not there. It just means we are affirming that we don't have it when we are concerned with time. So about 5 months ago, I took Dora for a walk. We took Turtle and we bumped into another dog, and I got chatting to the owner of the dog because he was the brother of the girl that I know. And so we were just chatting, and I noticed that his dog had Turtle in his mouth, and I was like, that's fine, no problem. But then when it came time to leave, I realized Turtle was gone. Now, immediately I went into I am Turtle and I am found, I am Turtle and I am found, and I'm looking around and there is no Turtle. Doesn't matter. I am Turtle and I am found. So I had to go to an appointment, and he said, don't worry, I'll have a look, and if I find it, I'll give it to my sister and she can give it to you. And I was like, okay, great. Or you could even put it in my letterbox, and I gave him my number and it's all good. He was trustworthy. So anyway, so I leave. And I check later my letterbox and there's no Turtle. And I was like, oh no. But I was like, doesn't matter. I am Turtle and I am found. I am Turtle and I am found. A couple of weeks go by and I run into the sister who was the owner of the dog. And she says, oh, I hear you met my brother. Did you get Turtle? He left it in your letterbox. And of course, that meant that there was no Turtle. Turtle was gone, ended up in somebody else's letterbox. Who knows who it was? I mean, of course, I could have gone and knocked on all the doors, but that just seemed like a massive job. And I was like, you know what? I am Turtle and I am found. So even at that point, when it really did appear that Turtle was gone forever, I just affirmed I am Turtle and I am found. I didn't do it repeatedly. I just let it go because I also really did think that that was the end of Turtle. Because as I've shared before, you do not have to believe this for it to work. You just have to be in the right script. And that's the right script. I am Turtle and I am found. But Miss Hedley over here was just like, there's no way I'm ever going to see Turtle again. And I was really disappointed. But I did, every time I thought of Turtle, I just went, I am Turtle and I am found. Anyway, of course, 5 months go by. I have completely forgotten about Turtle. Very sorry about that. I just went for a walk yesterday, and I'm going to show you this photo because as I walked around the corner, Turtle was sitting on the grass right in front of me. And I cannot tell you how beyond, I was ecstatic. I was so excited. Anyone who might have been watching me was like, who's the crazy lady who's going nuts over a fluffy toy that she found on the grass? But I was just like, oh my God, Turtle! Oh my God! And Turtle was happy to see me too. And Dora, yes, Dora was happy to see Turtle as well, weren't you, Bobby? You were so happy to see Turtle. Yes, yeah, mwah. Yes, you were so happy. In fact, I think I was more happy than you were, weren't I? Anyway, so 5 months later, Turtle shows up right in front of me. Now, I know these are little things, but my goodness, these little things bring me so much joy. And that's one of the gifts of I Am, is the appreciation of the little things. Like, I've never been so excited about a stuffed toy, and now Turtle is not leaving my sight. Turtle, in fact, is going to be our little mascot here, and Turtle is going to help us celebrate all of your success stories, which I'm going to share now, because the I Am technique is a game changer, a life changer, and the only thing that you need to do with the I Am technique is remember to use it in those situations where you would have otherwise been telling yourself another story, which is, oh my God, it's lost, we'll never find it, it's, oh, that's terrible, and be disappointed. That's not how this works. You do not have to believe the I Am technique for it to work. You just have to remember to use the I Am technique for it to work. Now, the other really important point of this is, while the I Am technique does and often works very quickly, sometimes, such as with Turtle, it can take months. And I've had many things that have taken like a long time, but I just stay in I Am. If I think of it, I just go, I am Turtle and I'm found, or I am this and I am found, or I'm that and whatever, I'm the power and I'm back on. It doesn't matter. You want to live in I Am, you stay in I Am. When you think of it, you come back to I Am. That's the game. The game of this whole reality is to remember I Am. And Turtle agrees. So now I'm going to read some of your amazing success stories where you have remembered I Am and you've used it and experienced some incredible results. And I just love these success stories. So please do keep sharing them. Even the little ones, the big ones, it doesn't matter. They are all inspiring. They're all amazing. I Am never gets old. So the first story I want to share was posted by Corey. Thank you, Corey, and I'm just going to read your story. Thank you for your channel. I'm a bit late to the party, about 2 years late, actually. No, you're not. You're right on time. But I've recently discovered your content and find it truly amazing. Thank you so much. I live in a city called Port Elizabeth. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. In Nelson Mandela Bay District, which you can look up if you're curious. It's a beautiful place, but we're currently experiencing a serious water crisis. Although we get some rain, it's never enough. For months now, water has been going on and off in the taps. Most of us here in Port Elizabeth rely on rainwater tanks, but with little to no rain, those tanks have been running dry. Yesterday, I watched one of your videos where you spoke about changing the weather using your I Am technique. I decided to give it a try. I closed my eyes, became the weather in my mind, and I imagined myself as the rain, floating above the houses, pouring every last drop from the clouds onto the rooftops. I know it sounds crazy right now, but that's what I did. Then I went to bed and honestly forgot all about it. My day today was filled with editing a particular difficult video, and I didn't give the weather another thought. But right now, as I write this, it's 8:48 p.m. here in Port Elizabeth, and it is pouring. And I mean really pouring. In a way I haven't seen at all in 2025. I'm honestly shocked. Coincidence? Maybe. But part of me truly believes that what I did yesterday had something to do with it. Thank you again for what you share. It matters more than you know. Warm regards, Corey. Well done, Corey. What's beautiful about that is Corey didn't actually use the statement. Instead, she became the weather and then imagined the weather pouring down. So same thing. Whether you use the script or you use imagination, it doesn't really matter. The key is to be that which you are observing. So for me, I just repeat the script. It's just so easy. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to visualize, but you can. So well done, Corey, and thank you so much for sharing. This one actually came through my DM, so I won't use her name, but I just wanted to share the story because it's such a great one. Dear Hedley, been following you on YouTube and have been watching you for quite a while now. I just want you to know this I Am technique works. Today I was stuck in traffic because Hawaii had just had a tsunami alert. We are still on one and traffic is so crazy. I was trying to get home to my son and I started saying, I am the traffic and I am moving. Hedley, I tell you, I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours and the moment I remembered to do this technique, I was home in 20 minutes. I wish I had done it sooner. Thank you for sharing this technique. Well done. Another awesome example, and well done for remembering. That's the game. You got to remember to use it in those moments where the brain wants to kick in and go, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, or no, I wish this wasn't happening, or oh, what can I do? I hope this doesn't happen. That's where I am, is the savior. I am is the truth, the light, and the way. Okay, so I have another one. This is from Whispers of the Soul 33. Thank you so much. The roofers were installing a new roof on our home yesterday. Temperatures have been feeling like 40 degrees Celsius. Extreme heat waves, so rain predicted and storms brewing for tomorrow. There was no way the roofers could finish the job today. Major concern for us, as they had all the old shingles removed and part of the roof wouldn't be covered when the rain would come. Before starting my day, I looked up your videos to see if you had anything about the weather. I'm so glad you did. I affirmed, I am the weather and I am sunny. I let go of the worries and imagined nothing but sunny weather. We then left to go to a medical appointment, and when we got back a few hours later, there were a few extra roofers that had come to help get the roof installation completed today. We had no idea extra help was coming. By 2:30 p.m. they were gone and the new roof was installed and the sun was shining. So grateful for your teachings. Thank you. That is awesome. Again, well done to remember that in amongst the worry and the fear of the rain coming, because when we get into those fear states, that's when we lose control of our thoughts. So the key again is to remember to use the technique in those moments where you may be worrying or fearing something. So here's a lovely one. This is from Robin. Thank you so much. And it's about using it for your body. So Robin writes, I only discovered your channel this month and I'm blown away. After listening to this, I immediately started saying, I am light as a feather. I even changed my phone screen to a feather to remind me. This was about a week ago, and I had the most unexpected person say to me today that I am looking slimmer. I actually feel lighter, so she must have picked up on that. Thank you so much for the amazing work you do. I really feel I can relate. That's awesome. Again, so simple. I am my body and I am light as a feather. Keeping in mind that nothing in the physical body changed within a week. It was the energy that she was holding that got pushed out and reflected back by this unexpected person who made the comment that she was looking slimmer. Amazing. Thank you, Robin. Well done. So this one is from Positive Family Life 5789. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say I've introduced my mother to this technique. So she grows hanging baskets. So I said to her, affirm, I am this hanging basket and I am sold to a happy customer. I told her to say it to each plant. Well, she sold out and brought home $1,600. Thank you, Hedley. Also, I used it to get a text from a friend who had gone quiet, and I got a text today. This I am works. That's awesome. I love it. So simple, but financially rewarding as well. You really can use it for absolutely everything. This is from Aditi, and Aditi writes, Hi Hedley, I haven't watched this video yet, but I wanted to write this message while I'm sitting on a flight from Singapore to Sydney with an empty seat beside me. She wrote that in capital letters. Yesterday, when I checked in online, my previously chosen seat showed somebody beside me. Further back, there were 2 spare seats together, the only ones on the entire plane. I chose 39B and said, I am seat 39A and I remain empty. Today, it looked as though 39A was taken. I kept assuming its emptiness. I was one of the last few to board and was pleased to see 39A empty. But there were still a few stragglers, so I just kept holding it as an empty seat. I am the seat and I am empty. The doors are now closed and I have 2 seats to myself for an overnight flight. Awesome. Well done, Aditi. Thank you so much for sharing, and I hope you enjoyed your flight. Now, this one, I'm so sorry, but I took a screenshot and must have chopped off your name, but you will recognize it, and I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your experience. And this person writes, just this week, I brilliantly used the I am technique that I learned from you. For 3 months now, I have had a new Wi-Fi gateway thingy that my cable provider, Xfinity, sent to me. I'm supposed to disconnect and return the old thingy and hook up the new one. The old me would say, I am tech challenged, but the new me knows not to say that or even think it. I finally made myself do it. And of course, immediately after installing the new one, all of my cable TV channels became not available. Everything was just blank on my TV. But I had not even 1 second of distress over it. That felt really good because now I know better. I simply told myself, I am this cable technology and I am working exactly as I should. I was working perfectly fine a week ago, so I know I already have what it takes to work perfectly fine again. Easy peasy. I did not waste my time or attention with calling Xfinity service department or try chatting with their AI help. That would have been hours of frustration with no result. I did not call a friend and ask for help. I said nothing about it to anyone. I simply told myself, I am cable tech and I am working fine and I am restored by divine law in God's perfect timing. I allowed myself to turn on my TV 1 time each day to see evidence of it working, of fixing it myself. Day 1, no change. Day 2, the TV channel description showed back up again, still had no access to them. Day 3, regular local stations became accessible. Day 4, the cable channels were all restored. I immediately said a prayer of gratitude for my teacher, Hedley. Thank you so much. That is awesome. What a story. I love it. So, those are the success stories. I do have some others that some of you have emailed me. They're a little bit longer, so I'll leave that for another success video. But thank you so much to all of you who share your success stories in the comment section. Please do keep doing so. It's such a joy to read for me, but also everybody else who gets to read your stories. It helps to give them faith. Not that you need it, because really, you really do not need to believe this technique works. Simply by using the technique, that is faith in action. When you put something into action, whether you believe it or not, that's faith. So you don't need belief, you just need to use it, which is the faith that is required, because once you use it, once you're in the correct script, your reality will reorganize itself to reflect that back. Now, it can be very quick, as some of these were, or it can be a few months in the making, but my goodness, the joy that you will feel when that thing arrives right in front of you without you having to do anything or, anything other than just show up will be awesome and worth every single second. So thank you for sharing your success stories. Thank you for Turtle for returning. You will now be remaining on my desk and you will be our cheerleader for all the many successes that are still yet to come. They are your successes, so please do share them, and I will look forward to hearing them and reading them and then sharing them here on the channel. Remember, I am, stay and I am. If you do not know what the I am technique is, go and check out the I am playlist, but it's pretty simple. Just put I am in front of it and then claim the result that you want to see, and watch out. You'll see it. All right. Have a beautiful week. I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.